Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on Monty, Iowa. This should be the third episode here on the channel. And we're heading up here. Pick ourselves up some cows. Some beefers. So, as I swing this around, back up to this chute. Yeah, to get her lined up. There we go. Alrighty, so we're gonna go with some Angus. Are we gonna go with Angus? Is that what we want to do? Probably. Probably ought to go with the old Angus cows. I think we're gonna go with some pairs too here, so we're gonna go with 15 cows. We're gonna go with well, shoot. Guess we'll come back for the calves. We'll bring the moms home first, and then we'll bring the little guys home next. We're probably gonna go with 10 male calves and 5 female calves that we'll use to replace some at some point. So yeah, that's kind of the job today, September 3. When we move into next month, later on in this episode, we're going to be right in a corn harvest, or soybean harvest. And then we will, yeah, maybe get into corn. I doubt it, but yeah, it's probably just going to be soybeans this episode, so. But we have got our baling done of the grass bales already off camera. So is this... oh yeah, I remember the trigger's kind of in a weird spot over here. You gotta like pull in here. Like kind of back up to this white door. It's kind of a weird spot. It seems like it would be on a... oh jeez, oh jeez. What's that? Is that a unusual collision? I think it's like right over here. Yeah, there it is. Move all 15 out. Oh. I do want to move all 15. And there they are. Mama cows spread out across the pastures. Make sure to get out and close the gate because we don't want them getting out. Then we go back to get the calves. We had quite a disaster with the bales when we tried to put them in here, unfortunately. But we have quite a messy pile right here. Oh. But we gotta get these guys fed. So we're grabbing some bales quick from here. Thinking I'm gonna get a little utility vehicle to kind of help with this. Especially with all the small squares that we're going to be using. Might be nice. Have a little utility vehicle to help us out do it. I don't really know. Might just be honestly be easier to use the truck, but probably a little bit more capacity with the truck, right? We'll go another stack. We'll go 3 high. There. Try and grab from the top as much as possible. Uh-oh. Don't gotta be neat, right? I'll be feeding these anyway. Uh-oh. Alright. Do that, do that. Let me probably throw 2 here in the back. There we go. Let's do it. Oh, uh-oh. Don't know what that just did. Alrighty. But then I think the feed trigger... Is that the feed trigger right there? That little bunk inside the pen? Or is it the water? These guys not automatically get water. That'd be kind of a pain in the butt, wouldn't it? That's water. Alright. They do have water. They do not know if it's automatic. Roughage. Where do we feed these fellas at? Right here? Is it on the inside? Where I left my... Let's see. Oh. Or is it right here? Ain't right there. Oh, it's inside. Alright. So we'll move the truck. We'll back her in over there. Curious if I just back in and unstrap these, if it'll just take all this. I do think we're gonna have to put water in there though. So you guys see how with the food there was only roughage in there, but since we added everything else, or since we added these other bales, it's added the base food, moisture food, and power food. So that's just wet grass, because that's what we're feeding them right now. So, if you're ever curious of a cheap way to feed on Maize Plus, not gonna get you, I don't think it'll get you all the way up to 100% productivity, but kind of a way to do it. Oh yeah, I just took them all. Oh. There's the hat. So that's kind of going to be it for the day. Really not a whole lot to do. We might have to feed these guys later on in the day, quick again, because I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that amount of bales is gonna keep them satisfied. So we're probably going to be feeding them once again, but I need to figure out a way to just add the pasture grazing mod in here. That would be really nice. Look at them right up next to the house. Hey there, girl. How we doing? Yeah, good day. Look at that, right next to the house. Got these moo cows. They're gonna be crapping all over the walls. Lucky us. So, yeah, we're gonna call that a day, and we'll catch you guys here in October when we're getting ready to do some harvesting. Morning, folks. Getting the equipment kind of straightened up. Gotta get this cultivator out of the way, probably unhooked. Gotta get the bean head connected to the truck so we can move it. And probably gonna hook the tractor up to the grain carts. And we got to get these duals off this tractor as well, so because it's not going to work very well. Trying to unload into the old auger with duals on, unfortunately, and just part of farm sim. We'll bring this tractor up here. We can get these duals off here in a bit. Up in the truck, get connected to the bean head. Truck's a little dirty. A little dirty picking up bales. And give her a wash. Alright. Don't want to back up. So this should be good to go. Didn't need to do any repairs or anything on it, but we'll look her over just in case. Let's park her right here. And then what else did I say? Oh, we gotta get the combine out. We gotta get some of this equipment out of the way. It's blocking the combine. Yeah, so you gotta get this tractor out of the way. Hook this up to the hay bind quick. I could just leave it on the hay bind for now. We'll hook it up fully because I think we have a little bit more grass we're going to need to get off. They ended up just putting that whole bale trailer of bales in their feed bunk, and it didn't even fill them up, so it seems like they're eating quite a bit. So, but that will probably keep them for a while, hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll just leave this here. We'll shut these doors. We'll need those open. Get the Kubota out of the way, then we'll fire up the combine, get that out as well. Alrighty, so we got everything down here now. We're gonna have a buddy, I guess you can call him, that we met in town. They're running carts for us today, so we don't have to stop, and we're not gonna bail this. Are we gonna bail that? No, we're not gonna bail that. We don't have to stop and stop harvesting while we're running our carts up, so probably stop the first time, go with him, try and get that, make sure everything goes smooth, and then from then on we should be good to just go and do our thing while he does his thing, and so we can get this done. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this actually getting done in time with the size of our combine and the amount of fields we have, so, or acres to cover, I guess. Not really about the how many fields we have, it's about the acres we gotta get done, so yeah, we'll have to see how things go. But 5 times speed, things go quick. That is for sure. And with this combine experience thing, we're trying to not start beans at least, because it won't let us really start until noon, so it's when it thinks the moisture's ready. Anywho, so we'll keep it on here. We'll get our headlands off probably, and like usual, once our headlands are off, we'll cut back in and show you guys what's going on. Well, we're getting her done, probably over halfway through the field now. Actually having some pretty good yields here. in this field, so that is wonderful. Definitely not complaining about the yields that we're getting. So, probably when we get to the end of this row, or end of this pass, we'll dump, and then we are going to probably have some full wagons, so we'll run those up to the farm and get those put into the old bins. Put the thresher down in the head because we're probably going to be getting out, and we're going to be shutting the combine down while we're up at the farm. Oh, you're a little far away still, eh? Oh no. Seems to be better. At least we're in the cart. We're in the wagon now. We'll get this dumped. We'll head up to the farm. Combine is empty now. Don't have a completely full load here. The back one is full. The front one not so much, but yes, I did not have my wagons facing the exit. Pleasant View Farms, don't give me a hard time. Pulled them in when we didn't have much space, so we'll make sure we get them flipped around this next time. But I'm not even sure that we'll have a full load to take back next time. Probably have the field done by then, so. But it is getting late already in the day. Really, what, 3 o'clock now? So. Would like to get all the beans off if possible. Because we want to put some winter wheat in, so we're going to be drilling winter wheat in the mornings before we start harvesting, so we'll probably do that tomorrow for sure. In the morning, or about that noon point when we can get more crop off, so if we don't, that's okay, but yeah, that's kind of the plan for tomorrow. So at some point in this episode, I'd like to do a little montage. I don't want to get back to doing little montages like we did in the first On the Map challenge. Always kind of fun to do. The freshly mowed field there. This is the one that we got the ends off. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some more grass bales for the coming winter, so we can make sure these cows are fed and happy. The way we got the auger set up, we're gonna have to come in through here, cut in this way. We'll cut across the grass here, and in we'll dump to the small bin. Hopefully it works. Beautiful, look at that. How good that worked. Boom, baby. Are we dumping into the bin though? Not seeing an animation up here. Not. Is there a way to open these? Open these? Oh, I think we have to open the auger. Oh. There we go. Just had to actually get the auger going first. Uh-oh. We really gonna have to sit in here? And dump them? Don't think I turned manual discharge off on the auger. Probably should. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to do that. That'll get really annoying. Turn the menu off too. Everything's slow around this farm with all this older equipment. Unloading of these Parker wagons, the unloading of the combine, but that's okay. How much is left? Feels like it's taking forever. Alright, so that works. So how much do we have in our bin now? We have 19,000 liters in our bin. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So probably get some sort of auto drive course set up now for this, maybe, I don't know. I feel like that didn't take long at all. In our next field, maybe I'll do it for our next field, because that field's actually pretty small. Like I said, we're only going to be running these up one more time, so maybe we'll just do it ourselves this time around and call it good for that, because our next field is this one here, so it's field 38. A little bit bigger, not really a ton bigger. But it's just right here down our lane to our field there, so we'll be driving across some of our grass, but that's okay. Way she goes sometimes. Got some weeds already growing in our wheat stubble. Have to get that taken care of at some point. But we're only going to be... This farm, we're only going to be chisel plowing corn ground. So I think we're going to be direct drilling our beans into the wheat there. And then we're going to be direct planting our corn into the... well, I don't think we're going to be direct planting. I think we'll probably run a cultivator over the soybean ground in the spring. And then obviously we'll chisel plow this fall. We'll chisel plow the corn ground this fall, and then we'll run a cultivator over that again in the spring, the corn ground. So we're not going to be chisel plowing everything all the time, so it just feels very unnecessary. So only corn ground gets chisel plowed here. Right, we'll get flipped around here, so we're facing out. Makes it a lot easier to move these wagons when they're full. And like I said, this winter we're probably going to be pretty busy taking some fence runs out, or some tree lines out, so especially this field. And then we're definitely going to be taking some of these trees. We're going to take the chainsaw to some of these trees that are overhanging into the field. There's a few on our grass field that we need to do, but... Oh. Combine fired up again. Head fired up. Get her going once again, so back to it. Probably make a cut around this island here. That's kind of why I went this side instead of just going back to our up-downs over there, because I wanted to cut around this, and obviously if we went the other way, we'd be smashing our augers into the tree, so we don't want that. Yeah, so nighttime harvest with this combine is not ideal. The lights are very, very poor on this. So, the more daylight we have, the better with this combine, that's for sure. Definitely be looking at our funds for next year and seeing if we can maybe, like I said, add another combine or upgrade this one already. We'll see. Really just depends on how much time we have this year. We finish in plenty of time. There's probably not going to be any. We could probably pick up some more acres and not really have to worry about upgrading combine or adding another one, but probably do one more. We'll just make it, we'll just act like it's a headland, right? We need enough room to turn around here. But with corn, we don't have to wait until later in the day to start, so we can kind of get going pretty early there with corn. That should make that go quicker. Because I think we have more acres of corn, and we have a smaller head for corn, so we have 8-row head. Not tons smaller than this platform head, but it's a little bit. Alright. So we'll probably just harvest this backside quick. And then we'll just, as like it's separate field, no point in cutting up to that other side. Just doesn't make any sense. Waste of fuel that way, so. I don't like going in cab with this. It is hard, though, when you're going the other direction. Because you hardly can see that side of the head, so kind of a little bit more of a guessing game coming down the other side, but alrighty. I don't think we're going to do a montage on this field. I think we'll probably save that for the next field. If we get to it in this episode. Good over there. I feel like we're over a little too far. Trying to be a little too safe there. I feel like this is good. Keep this part of the head right there between that row. They're looking at the same one I am. Like that. Boom, boom. So, gonna keep her going. Probably finish up this field. Catch you in the next field. We get moved over there. Alrighty, so we're just getting the head trailer lined up here on some decently flat ground. We only got one wagon filled. The rest of the grain, or rest of the beans. We need to move now. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening now. Oh, the day is coming to an end. A lot quicker than I would have hoped. God, that we have to move to this side for some reason to unhook the PTO. There we go. That should do. Trailer backed out of the way quick. Oh. We'll get that, get the combine moved back down to the farm in that next field. We'll get at least a start on it. We're gonna go as long as we can, before the beans get tough again. Probably till nightfall, usually. That's kind of when they start getting tough. There we go. Got our buddy here to help us move fields and whatnot, so we'll get moved and probably get the head hooked up and all that, bring the truck back down, grab the wagons and bring those over to the farm, and yeah, see what we can see, how much bean or how many beans we can get off before the end of the day. Just getting back to the field to pick up the wagons now. Oh, combined here. Throw the old hazards on. Get him set up. Take the wagons home. Yeah, so we got about 85% full in the front bin. Nothing in the back bin, so. But we'll get this one put into the bin so we have two fresh, fully available wagons to dump in for the next field. And I think we're going to do a little montage to pretty much finish up the episode once we get all this done. So enjoy the montage and we'll see you after. By the time that we got everything down here, crop in the bin, all that stuff, it's already hit some darkness. So goal is to just fill those wagons up once, and then we'll call it a night, and we'll get the rest off tomorrow. Yeah, so unfortunate. Probably not going to be doing a montage in this one just because it is so late, and the lighting situation won't make for a very good montage. So we are going around this direction to do the end row, because we don't have an auger, like an automatic auger. These augers on these combines are all done manually, so that is why we leave it out pretty much all the time. So obviously if we were to go around the end rows the other way, there's a pretty good possibility we'd be smashing it into the trees and stuff. So make one pass here go in this direction, and we'll make the other pass go in the other direction. That won't be an issue. See, what are our yields looking like? Hey, look at that. That's pretty good. That's even better than the last field, so we will take that for sure. I really wish this read out in bushels. Really do. What is... Let's see, let's do a little Google math here quick, live. 55 ton acre in bushel. So 60 or 36 bushels is 1 metric ton. It's a lot of bushels for per acre. Like way more than you'd be really getting in real life. What's 36 times 55? Yeah, that's... I don't feel like that's very accurate to real life. Usually you get like... Well, I don't know actually. Wait, because I guess that's total acre. I don't know. That's too much thinking for me right now, so... And it's getting dark. Can't be thinking about that stuff. We gotta focus on our harvest, so... Yeah. So, we'll get these headlands off. Hopefully we'll be able to fill up a bin, or, those 2 wagons where we need to call her a night. Or it gets too dark. As you can see, these lights, they're not great, unfortunately. But I think that's where we're going to call her an episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video, which is likely to be a little bit more beans. Probably mostly drilling soybeans. Or, I mean, winter wheat. So we're going to have to get the old drill out, do a little routine maintenance on it. Probably this evening, so we're ready to go tomorrow morning for winter wheat drilling. So yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, we'll catch you next video.